Fontaine residents are still trying to piece their lives together. A month ago, hundreds of homes were swept away after a dam wall collapsed. The community is now calling for the mine to be shut down. They say it's putting their lives at risk. eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu is following developments and joins us this afternoon. Good afternoon, Manqoba. It's a long road ahead for this community. I mean, just looking at the structure behind you, one wonders how long it would take them to really piece their lives together or rebuild just that home behind you.
Well, certainly, Mfundo, and that's a concern of the many of the residents here that were affected by the dam wall collapse. We know that over 150 houses were destroyed, leaving over 300 people displaced in this community. And of course, there's quite a lot of anxiety when you speak to some of the residents here who will tell you that they're worried, Mfundo, about their livelihoods. They're worried about returning to their homes. As you can still see here behind me, some of those houses are still destroyed. Some of them totally destroyed. In fact, what you're seeing here, where that red tape is, Mfundo, is what used to be a house. There used to be a house there, Mfundo, but this was one of the houses that was completely destroyed during this flooding that had occurred here. And I'm just going to be speaking to just some of the residents here, just to find out how they are coping, how they are doing. It's been a month, and we know that many of them have been staying at various shelters, or places rather, or guest houses in Bloemfontein. They only returned here on Saturday to come and see the destruction that had occurred here. I'm just going to start with you, Mamu Vaka, just to speak to you, Mamu Vaka, Olin, about your house. I can see your house is that one there, the one that was destroyed but not totally. Feel like Anjan, Mama, just seeing the house like this now.
Nearly 4 room by orchids and Gadula 6 room. But Kenya furniture is expensive. How can I nix? How can I lead part of nix? How can she ban to a piraka baba show? Mar Mutimutan gets a straw. Get a hookela happy Mukomuki. Bonabo Pilobaka Bunto Yajua. Neki cooler. Is answer a hand and happy. Kiakudi said, "Wanaka, I will Alakatasadi rates. Yeah, I intuli hamonat."
So, Mama, what's happening now? Where are you staying now with your family? And, you know, what's the situation like?
Ikidula Teropon, Kidulan Kuye, Ebulailing, Homonati Mono, Mokidulan Ting, Hona, 20 Stepang, Hona, 20 Susa, Le Munahano, one, two.
But how do you feel? It's been a month, Ma, and you're still seeing your house like this. Do you think that enough is being done to try and perhaps rebuild your houses and get your lives back to normal?
Abasatsibu wa Lukis. How monate Dula Dunyamoto? I monate one. Quite see we get it. Rudula Matunga Bruna. Kidula Lemaraduaka can and Tisa. Vaninke Mutakula. So Pilaga and say Lavala and Triaka.
Okay, thank you for speaking to us, Ma. Well, Mfundo, as I just translate what Mom is saying, I just want to show you the house that she's talking about, Mfundo. Of course, she's explaining that she's very pained by, what she's seeing here. She says that it's been quite difficult for them to see their houses in this state, Mfundo. She says that, when she comes here every time, her heart breaks when she sees, her house. This used to be a 4-room bedroom house, but now all that is left is what you're seeing here on screen. And she says that they are staying at one of those temporary shelters that have been provided, of course, for these residents. But she says that, it's nice there. At this particular point, there's no complaints that they're having as a community. But all she's longing for is to come back to her own house, to come back and have a house that she can call her home, somewhere where she knows even if she dies, her funeral service can be held in her own house. But I'm just going to also ask Mama just to speak to Mama Rosina, just to get a sense. Mama Rosina, she is the neighbor here. Mama Rosina, if you can just come this side, Mama. This is, I know, your house that was completely destroyed, Fundo. This is the one that we were talking about a bit earlier on. And just to get a sense from Mama Rosina how she feels as well, just coming back here and seeing a house like this. Mama, eqaleni uthe mawufika la ngabona ukhala, you are very emotional when you got here and you saw your house.
Ntate a kena mantse a ho bua mona ne ke dula ha monate strateng sena re ne re le batho ba utlwisisana kore mane mo re dulang teng re dutse ha monate re hantle but I na replacer mo ne ke dula teng.
How do you feel seeing your house like this, Ma, a month later?
Ha ke hantle ne ke la bosiu le motshehare le wena jwale ntse ke se hantle ke utlwa bohloko ke la ka tsa fela eka ha ke tsebe ha le ntho e ka etsuwang mona ha ina replacer ntlo ya ka ha ina replacer thipanyana eo ya ka ibile nga ke na ibitsa thipanyana hobane ke rekile ka bothata ka lerato a ke utlwa bohloko haholo ke ne ke lakatsa eka nka bona fela ke ahelwa ntlo ke tla leka hore ke bope ke leke o khutlisetsa sebope on sa ntlo ya ne ya ka ya gale mpa ha ina tshwana fela ha o no ka etsahala hore ke ahelwe ntlo ke ne ke lakatsa eka nka dula ka mona ka skoti hape ka mona ka skoti mona lining ena haholo le baahisani ba ka ba ne ke dula ha monate ntate ke kutsi 3 years ne ke hla fela monyako ke hoeletsa mosadi a nwa qhoma ne ke hla fela kae ka majale ngwanana nyana o ka ne ke ka mona mma yena ne ke sa bui o na tseba fela kore ene le bana ba baelete ke bana baka baelete ke ngwana weso jwale ha ke tsebo rena ha ke lo beiwa sebakeng se seng ke lo beiwa plamang ke ne ke la ke kopa bo
ya boama
ke ne ke la ka tsa eka nka dula hape le bona mo re tla dulang teng empa jwale ha eba re tla ahelwa matlo hape ka mo ke tla kopa batho bao ha eba ka mona ha pula ena fela re sentse ke katela mamati a ntlo ya ka metsi a re kenela tlala dijarti drain yona ha re bui ha e ka bloka kae ka re tseba fela e tlo qetella e tlo tlala ka dijarteng tsa rona ha e ba re tlo ahelwa matlo hape mo ke ne ke kopa ka boikokobetso ho ko lokiswe fela bothata bo ba metsi a kenela mo dijarteng tsa rona a tswa mane thabeng a pheta holong a tlamon ke a le bontate.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you for speaking to us. That's Ma'am Rosina, all in, just giving us a sense of, the losses that she suffered, Mamu Musia, just telling us that, she also is one of those that lost everything. Her house was totally destroyed. And she's just pleading that all they want at this point is for their houses to be rebuilt, for them to have a place that they can call home. But I want to bring in the mayor of the Kopanong local municipality just to give us a sense. Mayor, we understand that there was a meeting this morning with the mine and community members, especially those that have been affected. What came out of that meeting? What's going to happen as far as this is concerned? Because it's now been a month, but we're not seeing any changes here.
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to the viewers. Yes, it's true. This morning we had a meeting with the displaced and affected families in relation to the disaster, inclusive of the new investors in the mine. They are known as Star Gems. Their representative as part of the meeting, which is Mr. Billy Pilangulu. And the commitments that they've made is that they, as a shareholder in that particular mine, are committed to rebuild the houses. And the interactions that we have with them as the municipality is that we do have alternative sites where people will be allocated into, whilst we are waiting for other assessment by provincial and national government to be conducted. As we speak, there is a team of the municipality which is just doing a count of the available sites that are available. But equal to that, we have also accumulated a list of individuals who feel that whether the affected sites will be utilized for housing again or not. They feel like they no longer want to live in the areas, and therefore, as a municipality, we have provided alternatives for them.
But what's taking so long, Mayor? It's been a month, but just coming back here, we're seeing nothing. In fact, little has changed. The houses here are still covered in sludge. What's taking so long in terms of rebuilding and mop-up operations? Because there were promises that were made about a month ago that this was going to be speeded up.
In fact, that is what we have attended to say, that even ourselves as a municipality, because of what this is regarded as a provincial disaster, and therefore the teams or officials that's supposed to assist us in the fast tracking of this, we also feel like they are very slow. Therefore, yesterday we took actions to write letters to say we're still waiting for assessments to be made. But yesterday there was a team from Human Settlement that started with the assessment, and we said to them it's now a month. And we have also committed to the families to say this process of government is too slow for us as a municipality, but also as local leaders of this particular town. So we engage with the mine to send us teams from their side, technical teams, engineering sites teams, to come and do the proper assessment of these houses, so that we are going to do this together and ensure at least families get back to their houses. One of the commitments that the mine has made, it said it will rebuild the houses of the families. Its doors are open for each and every family to go and interact with them as to what type of houses do they want, what losses were lost, and so on.
Okay, well, thank you, Mayor. Let's just hold it there. Well, yes, you can hear, Mfundo, some commitments being made, but is it enough? Well, these residents are saying not at this particular point, because they are saying that they've been waiting for over a month to see some sort of action taking place, but none of it has taken place so far. We do know that investigations are still continuing, but there's also no indication at this point as to whether anyone will be held accountable.
The pace is a bit concerning, and one would understand why community members would start to be uneasy. But thank you very much for that report, Manqoba. That's our reporter, Manqoba Mchunu, out in the Free State for us. Now, still to